All right, welcome back. So again, we're still on the Islamic civilization from the major world civilization, and going further, medicine was another area where the Arab excelled. Scholars collected and translated Greek medical books, learned names of different sicknesses and how to treat them. They were the first to study medicine in a scientific manner. Note the Arab from the Islamic civilization were the first to study medicine in a scientific manner. Apart from them, the first to discover that some sicknesses were contagious. I mean, they can be transferred from one person to another if care is not taken. They were also the first to carry out scientific study on light and that light travels in a straight line. They also learned that the curved lens causes things to appear larger. This is a concise effort to what we now as the concave or the corrective lens to which people with eye defects now uses in today's modern world. Going further, why they borrowed the numerals from India. Other mathematical tools such as the decimal system were borrowed from the Hindu. Algebra come from the Arabic word algebra, just as I've said earlier in the first video, which means bringing together different parts. It was invented to allow the exact division of property amongst a man's household after his death. This algebra mainly was used by the Arabs for property and properties division or out separations, or just like to sharing of properties over after a man's demise, because in Islam and in the Arab culture, there is a strategic and particular way to which properties are being shared after the demise of a man, in which there is a certain percentage a woman will have, a certain percentage the man will have, and how it is to be shared, just to make everything balanced. And then thus algebra, which is algebra, then was invented and adopted. There are some factors that aided the development of the Islamic civilization. So between the periods of 800 to 1200, the lands conquered by the Arabs were the soil from which grew and blossomed one of the most brilliant civilizations in the world history of humanity. It is quite different to give it an appropriate name. At various times it was called Arabs, then it was called Muslims, and then it was called Islamic, and then Arabic civilization. Whichever way it is, it still refers to the same thing. The first obviously is incorrect, as it implies that the culture was dominated or created by men of the Arab race, while the second and third defend it narrowly in religious terms. Arabic, however, seems a plausible explanation, as the literature was written in Arabic. Yeah, because we can call it the Arabic literature, because of course the language itself was written in Arabic, so it is still plausible and it's still applaudable to call it that way. For one to perfectly understand the events of the spread of Islamic civilization, certain conditions which favored its growth must be examined. So, largely politically, the Arabs' conquest unified a huge segment of the globe from Spain to India. This unity remained unbroken until the fall of the Umayyads in 750 AD. The disappearance of the many dividing frontiers was thus one of the preliminary pillars to the building of a new civilization, Islamic civilization, not an exemption. As the Arabs overran one country after the other, they came with a language which possessed a unique status. To early Muslims, it was not just a form of speech, but a vehicle through which God has chosen to deliver His final revelation to mankind. Apart from the fact that Arabic is a language spoken by men of the Arab descent, it is not just a form of speech as well, but it is a vehicle, it is the language through which God has chosen to deliver His final word revelation to mankind, which is the Quran. Arabic, of course, the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad in Arabic language. Arabic was God's language, as it enjoys certain privileges it had to unknown to man. The Quran, in fact, must not be translated. The believer must hear and understand it, and it's possible read the divine book in its original form, even though Arabic might not be his mother tongue. Thus, the earliest form of science developed by Muslims was Arabic philosophy, which was founded in Basra in Umayyad era. This Arabic language of the Arabic civilization is so straight that the Quran was revealed in this Arabic language, and then as a Muslim and as of Arabic descent, you have to read it, even though the Arabic language might not be your mother tongue, but you just have to read it in such language and the gestate. That is one of the impact of the world civilization of the Islamic civilization. And going forward, we have other factors that come to that, which will be explained